And that is the countdown done, perfectly in sync with the music here on Twitch. For everyone else on YouTube and where else you're ever listening or watching us, welcome everyone to Wrestle Chat Wednesday Podcast. It is your boy Eric of EMFC.
This is Derek of the extended EMFC channel.
Yeah. And here we are, Wrestle Chat Wednesday Podcast, as we chat everything wrestling as always. Here on this weekly thing, Matt will be joining us very soon. He was here on the chat on Twitch. He commented on the Rock's segment this week, which we'll talk about, of course. Something about Arizonian Austin Matthews white powder, I believe. Is that, if I'm allowed to say on stream? I'm just gonna say it's crack, bro. The Rock says go home and go snort your crack. So that's yeah. That's it. That summarizes SmackDown. All right, next.
That was legitimately it, though. Like, what do we like? I'm trying to remember what else happened on SmackDown. Braun Breaker squashed somebody in 3 seconds. Bailey had someone turn on her, which like we all saw that coming.
That was
Randy.
You're talking about that's still too bright. My God.
Dakota
Kai turned, yeah.
Turning on her, which I mean I kind of saw coming. But
everyone kind of saw, yeah.
And then had a decent main event, but who cares because we had The Rock go on the microphone and do what he does best, which is electrify the crowd and also just take time away from all the other wrestlers.
Oh, of course, right? Lovely, and that's all that matters to me because no one cares about The Rock, no one cares about everyone else but The Rock. He's there. And obviously, like, they sold tickets like straight back to back for the next couple of weeks, especially if The Rock announced that he's going to appear on all of them. Kudos to him, because even with the whole thing with John Cena, he was there every once in a while, but The Rock is there every single week. Maybe it's because he's part of the board of directors now, so he has to be, but kudos to him. He's doing great.
And it's been great. It's been a great few weeks, and again, like, just seeing him, especially working as a heel now, it kind of feels like he's, like I said it last week, it kind of feels like he's trying more.
Yeah.
I love, like, he's a lot more invested in what he's doing, and like when he said that he was kind of like in this for like the long haul, like I kind of believe it. Like I kind of feel like it's not just I'm just here to kind of just show up and whatever kind of thing. And aside from the fact that the promo was like super long, which I enjoyed all of it. But it's very much like classic Rock. Like he'll just sort of like go until he's like done.
And it's more shoot from the hip kind of stuff, which we all love, of course. And I was only interested in that, in all honesty, when I showed up. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch SmackDown for The Rock and then leave, and I did. The Rock did it for like an hour, almost an hour long, and yeah, they had to cut some stuff down, like Braun Breaker, but like who cares? Those people they're gonna be in AEW in like 2 years anyways. It's fine.
That's crazy.
All that matters is Drew, Jay, and The Rock, and that's it, bro. The rest can piss off in it. But no, it was great. I guess we can go through like our best, like our favorite moments from SmackDown.
It was The Rock.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing else that really happened.
There's nothing else happened that I cared about. It was The Rock. That promo, and especially because of how packed that promo was, right? Like, because aside from the fact that he was rambling for however long, like we had Roman coming out, like doing like the whole which I didn't even think he was. I didn't even know he was supposed to be
booked. I don't think he was supposed to be booked. Yeah.
Yeah, like they booked, like they said, like, oh, Rock's gonna be there, but they didn't mention anything about Roman. So like the fact that it was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, Roman's here. Roman does his usual thing of like acknowledge me and stuff like that, but like he's like visibly upset that like he's not getting the reaction and like the respect that he normally gets. Yeah. And then The Rock comes out, and The Rock is getting that reaction. So like even while the whole time The Rock was talking, Roman was like visibly upset. And she's. And so you lead into the whole, like, first of all, the fact that they actually officially announced the 2-night main event with Rock and Roman facing Cody and Seth with like major stipulations online here in regards to what will happen. Rock and Roman winning will guarantee bloodline rules for Cody's match on Sunday. And if Cody and Seth win, then it's just a one-on-one fight. And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit,
Mhm.
just in general with a lot of the stuff that's been happening lately, and like how much I'm enjoying it. But the fact that they confirmed that The Rock does his thing, Roman cuts him off, like he cuts him off. Like, it's not even like he was like, "Oh, do you mind?" Like he cuts him off before he even like
Yeah,
finishes
people
his
are like
thing.
chanting "Holy-ish!" Yeah.
Right, and so this is a funny thing to me because you go back a few weeks ago, people were saying like, "Oh, we don't want Rock versus Roman, we don't care about this," and then that happened, and everyone lost their shit. It's just like, bro, you guys are like biting like hook, line, and sinker right now, and it only took like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
No, people
but
wanted it, but just not for the title because they wanted Cody to finish his story. He won the Rumble. They already had something going. But, like, as you were saying, it's funny because now The Rock is going to be main eventing the first night, so they get to please whatever in the whole tag team match. They kind of
yeah,
stole a main event from someone else, and they're going to be
yeah,
wrestling twice.
which is unfortunate, because I feel like if Punk didn't get injured, like that main event slot would have been
Yeah.
Seth and Punk's.
But we love
But
to do,
Seth
of course. We love to
has
do
been
here.
like long overdue for because he's never main evented WrestleMania unless you count the time he cashed in, but that wasn't his match,
It
right?
counts. He stole it. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
so like he's never had a main event match, and considering that he's kind of like you would consider him to be a main event guy, for him to never have that,
Hmm.
it's like you kind of feel like he's owed that. He basically had that guaranteed with Punk coming back, and then he gets injured, and
Yeah, yeah.
so it's like you can understand like, all right, cool, like if this is Seth's potential last WrestleMania, um, you would at least want to give that to him. So I get it. But yeah, at the same time, like, and also Drew also being able to
Drew.
get his main event
We love
spot
it.
at
We love it.
WrestleMania and potentially getting that moment that he never got during the pandemic. I think it's like full circle. Like to me, it's a cooler story.
Hmm.
Um, and although Drew's not getting to close the show because I think at this point they're probably going to open like night
Night
two.
two. Yeah.
But at least, at the very least, like Drew gets to at least have that moment and at least have that opportunity to actually win the championship in front of
And
everybody.
I mentioned this to you guys in the group chat a little bit earlier this week where I'm like, what happens? Like, it's, I don't know. It's very risky that they're doing all this stuff, but like, what
Mm-hmm.
happens if they get hurt? You know what I mean? Like they're wrestling
Yeah,
back to back nights, which is already
yeah,
like a very risky thing in general. But
yeah.
imagine like they get hurt in night one, they do a spot, it goes wrong, injured. They ruin the world championship match for night two. Maybe Seth is a madman, he will wrestle through it. Not sure. Maybe he has to drop the title. Who knows? Like you'll get like a Claymore like instantly kind of thing, right? But I don't know. I
Uh,
feel like it's risky. I think it's a cool idea. They did the whole tag team match. Again, it pleases like The Rock and the Rock fans and stuff. Well, all the Rock fans, of course, but yeah, very very interesting.
there's definitely a real risk of injury with this point, and we've already seen it with Punk being injured, like before
Literally,
this is being a thing.
yeah.
And like the funny thing too is that like there's no person that you can use in this scenario that can like work the match and kind of
Damian
save the
Priest.
others.
Damian Priest maybe because he has the Money in the Bank briefcase. If they really need to pull like an audible and have an
Yeah,
emergency, they can cash in Money in the Bank. But no one wants
yeah.
to see that. Nobody wants to
No.
see that. Trust me. Trust me. That's what Damien is for, says Matt. Oh my god. Great minds think alike, of course. That's EMFC. Yeah. You know?
Like again, I don't think like I'm still holding on to the fact that I don't think they're going to the Damian Priest is going to cash in on the World Championship
I
at this
hope
point.
so. And also we're supposed to have like sorry, on our fantasy draft
Yeah,
only what, two champions? Is that what it is?
yeah, two
That
champions
still
for
counts. Damian Priest is the double champion, but he's one champion, you know? I say that counts. He wins the
uh,
title. Io Sky, she beats Bailey, keeps the title, and he's the tag team champ. Perfect, bro. That's two people.
well,
Not
well,
maybe three titles, but two people. You know.
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Either way,
Let's
yeah, I
go.
feel like I still don't see it being like a thing. I don't. I feel like at this point, if Damian's going to cash in, I think he's going to cash in on the Intercontinental Championship. That's just what I feel at this point.
Yeah.
I don't see him being like if he does cash in the world championship, he's not holding the title for long. Like I don't think they have that confidence in him at this point.
Yeah. And also the thing
Got
with
this whole
Drew
year
is
to kind of build.
Drew is like with CM Punk and the whole feud. I feel like he's gonna hang on
Yeah,
to it till then he'll
yeah,
drop it, or maybe he'll cost him, and then Gunther will win it somewhere in the
yeah,
European one. There's a lot of things it could do,
yeah.
but
Like I just feel like people aren't really behind Priest like that.
mm-hmm.
Not to the point where they want to see him closing the show and kind of like like running with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Intercontinental Championship, like very much second hour of the show. Here's Damian Priest title belt. All right, cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we'll see what goes on. But obviously this is all just off of the hypothetical situation of like someone getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, so SmackDown was all about The Rock, that whole situation. Great promo.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to talk about anything else. Let's go Raw.
Okay, going
Well,
to the Damien situation before we move on.
yeah,
They did mention that part of his storyline on Monday when he was fighting, where they're like, oh, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He reads everything online, and we all seen what they said online about him. That maybe
yeah.
he's not the guy. It's a waste of having the Money in the Bank briefcase. He can't cash it in. Maybe he'll cash it on a weaker title. Sorry, like a lower title. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's gonna factor into it, and he's more of I guess a transitional champion. Like during that time where Seth Rollins held the title for way too long, that would have been the perfect opportunity to drop it to somebody or
Yeah,
to Damien specifically. Maybe like a random like October, November, he holds the title, and then WrestleMania, the real stories pick up. He drops the title to someone, right?
mm-hmm. I can see that. And like, yeah, like, and I can see like if they have cashed in last year, I think I definitely would have
Damn Krakens.
crazy. Yeah, I think it would have worked a little bit better. I think he was in a better position back then, but now I kind of feel like they missed the boat with
Mm-hmm.
that one. So we'll see if they're able to circle back. Because even at this point, I don't really even care if there is a Judgment Day
Or
breakup.
or he cashes it in on Drew. Drew beats him like WrestleMania. Like he beats Seth. He's like finally doing it. He cashes it on Drew. Drew
Mm-hmm.
beats him, and that will further like push them away. Because if they lose the tag titles at WrestleMania, like they
Yeah,
lost everything: tag titles,
yeah,
Money in the Bank briefcase. Maybe that'll push them later, but I don't know.
maybe we'll see. We'll see.
But before
Um,
we move on to after SmackDown, you said your favorite match or your favorite thing was The Rock, and I assume that's going
yes.
to be a lot of people's. My favorite moment of SmackDown is the great return of the
Oh,
greatest luchador of all time, and that's
all right.
Rey
So let's move forward.
Mysterio.
All right, so we'll
Rey
go to Monday Night Raw
Mysterio.
now. We'll
So
go to Monday
he
Night Raw
came
now.
back. He saved Carlito. Fantastic match. All Mexicans. LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. Great return. It was actually very shocking. No one expected it. The crowd popped like crazy. Rey Mysterio did his thing. Carlito did his thing. He spat the apple. He slammed the guy through the table. That's all we want. Favorite moment of SmackDown. That's it, because everything else got rushed. I think Randy had a match at the end with Austin Theory. Everything felt like it was like thrown together. That's it, a SmackDown. For moving forward, AEW had a pay-per-view, because AEW is still a thing. Remember that.
Oh yeah.
They had a pay-per-view on Sunday. So I guess the major thing about that we're going to talk about would be that Sting has retired. It was Sting's retirement match. He defended the World Tag Team AEW Championships against the Young Bucks. Of course, they're using their powers to get in there. But when The Rock does it, it's cool. When they do it, it's... Andrade. El Ídolo! No, that's Monday. We'll have to talk about that. Not yet. So, yeah, apparently it was a pretty good match. I didn't see it. I just saw a lot of spots. Darby Allin is insane. This guy literally tried to destroy himself, jumped off a ladder, threw a bunch of steel chairs that was holding glass, sliced his back open. Glass was shattered everywhere. I saw the people in the crowd like scared and like cleaning their stuff off. He's crazy. Why he does that, I don't know. He's gonna be in a wheelchair when he's 40. Like there's no point. Like it's just a cheap pop that is gonna be forgettable if anybody even watched. It's gonna be forgotten like the next week. Like it's a waste. It's a waste of time. It should have been focused more on Sting. Sting did do his thing. He finished. His entrance was pretty cool because it showed the past two entrances, like one with like the American painting on it on his face, the American flag,
Yeah,
and then
surfer thing.
yeah, and then he had like the red face, and it was both his sons that were the ones that were doing it. So that was pretty cool that he involved his family into that entrance. So kudos to them. The only other thing that mattered. Oh, another thing. Lots of matches on the card. I remember Triple H fixed that in pay-per-views. AEW's got to do that because no one cares about these second-rate jobbers, right? Unfortunately for them, and this is a huge issue, is that their women's division is lacking. The match that they had, I think, was like 12 minutes long. It was the shortest match of the night. Apparently, it was a pretty good match. People wanted to follow the story behind them, but Tony Khan barely showed any women on there. Okada just joined AEW. Live here, breaking news on EMFC. Seba was telling me earlier that Okada was going to debut on AEW, and he's with the Young Bucks, says Seba. Shit. Well, oh, damn. Well, there goes Sami Zayn's plan as the new leader of the Elite. Whoa. I don't know what's going on in AEW, but we start talking AEW, stuff starts happening again. They fired Kenny in storyline. Oh, I'm excited. Kenny on Okada? All right, finally they got some intrigue. But anyways, if we're just going to leave off that match, Sting won. Main event was Samoa Joe versus Swerve, and I can't believe I'm already forgetting his name. I always hype him up every time I see him. Seba says, so he's definitely coming back to Toronto to face Okada. Oh, I hope so. And whatever they do, the Worlds Collide or whatever the shit. Oh, Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door is going to be in somewhere else this year. I think it's in Chicago or somewhere.
Damn. Anyways, the Cowboy was the other guy I was going to say. They had a triple threat match where Thing tapped and Swerve didn't get his match. They started AEW Dynamite with that, which they also have this is the first time they have the new logo. They have a new entrance. They finally brought back like the dual like tube entrances, which I think is pretty cool. At least they brought back. The rest looks very colorful. Copy WWE with like the banner on the outside. Everything's electronic. And that's it with AEW on the weekend. And now we go to Monday Night Raw. Okada's in Super Elite now, bud. Already has the graphic. Good God. Because they were falling off pretty bad. Maybe this will help. I'm not sure, but we're on to Monday Night Raw. Another sold out. Very early. Very, very early. They mentioned that Monday Night Raw was sold out. The next 3 SmackDowns are sold out. Again, it has to do a lot with the hype with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. I've seen personally a lot of people who are not wrestling fans, or they're just like they only see the mainstream stuff. And they were very, very interested in the storyline. They're like, oh, I want to hear what's going on with the Bloodline, this whole Roman Reigns guy. This week on TikTok, professional sports teams were doing a, what's it called, like a trend where they're like, if music's your therapy, who's your therapist? And like it's 2 pictures. So like, for example, picture of soccer player for this team, second picture of another player on the soccer team, third one, Roman Reigns, and like then they play the Roman Reigns song, which is pretty cool. And it's not only like just some teams, like it was a lot of teams from the Prem, MLS. I saw, I believe, some basketball teams, some esports teams were doing it too. So I thought it was pretty cool. Again, wrestling is on the mainstream. It's amazing. Rock mentioned that in his promo. Again, The Rock helped. Roman and his whole bloodline and Cody Rhodes storyline has helped push this to the mainstream. There's a lot of people who are not even wrestling fans are interested. And I think that's really cool. I think it's really, really cool. And money talks and the views show it as well.
I'm still in shock that Okada went to AEW.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go to Shawn Michaels and this is baby boy, but he can go. Anyways, he was trash. We saw him in Toronto live. He was terrible. Me and Matt and Seba were about to leave early, and we should have because Daniel Bryan versus that was a trash. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Well, it's a matter of opinion. Okada is still one of the greatest of all time. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. That's kind of big for them. They got Okada, they got Will Ospreay, and they get Sasha Banks. Like,
they got people. But then again, I don't know. So I think it'd be pretty cool. I just feel like Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, so we'll see how it's booked because
people are excited for Edge.
Jay White, and Jay White is doing absolutely
and that too. They're excited for that too, and they're excited for Swerve, and they're excited for Keith Lee, and they're excited for Rusev. And where are they now?
Yeah, so we'll this will be interesting.
Someone said Kenny can
This will be
carry him,
interesting.
but can he still carry stuff? I don't know. Even Edge, bro, where is he at now? Like this guy's like fighting random people. The whole
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that whole thing. I haven't watched AEW, but maybe I'll watch.
I don't know. I feel like they need another
Okada.
person in there to help because like
I don't think I think they need someone to help with creative. I don't think they need more people.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like more
Yeah,
people backstage to help him because
yeah.
Tony Khan has no idea what he's doing. He signs a bunch of people and then they disappear. Anyways, Monday Night Raw sold out. What was your favorite part of Raw and what did you think of it as a whole?
I was in and out of Raw for the most part. It was like it was on, but it was like kind of lagging because I was watching basketball as well.
Mm.
Uh, so I kind of got glimpses of the promo at the beginning of the night. And it was hype, but like at the same time, it kind of felt like pointless because it was like, hey, we're just gonna come out here just to say that we're gonna tell you our very obvious yes on SmackDown. I was like, so you basically confirmed the match, but you didn't really confirm the match. But
So they could do it on
uh,
SmackDown face to face, yeah.
yeah, face to face, which is fine. Like obviously, I want to see the face to face interaction with them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. Sammy versus Ivar was okay. I didn't really fully key into that match. Uh, there was Jay versus not Jay.
Drew, that was the end.
Drew was facing. Who's he facing?
Jay.
Was that the main event?
This is the main event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was the main event.
Then
Oh yeah, solid main event. I like that. That was probably my favorite match.
the Bloodline interfered, pushing the story, but then Seth and Cody came out to help. Drew still got the pin
Yeah.
though. They still got Claymores. It was a great time. And they
Yeah.
also moved the story of the World Heavyweight title a little bit more. Something we forgot to
Yeah.
mention, sorry, on SmackDown was the whole Bailey situation. They're finally kind of promoting it a little bit. They got their poster. Dakota Kai betrayed Bailey, so now it's like 4v1. Been perfect for Sasha Banks to return, but that's not happening. But they continue that a little bit on Raw because the Kabuki Warriors were watching Shayna and Zoe beat whoever they beat that time. I don't know who they beat, in all honesty. So they can be the tag team champions, runner ups or whatever. So they can go compete. So I thought that was pretty cool because then they showed all damage control. Then they had a walk in with Rhea. So then the world heavyweight women's champion and the WWE women's champion face to face. I thought it was a cool little moment there too.
Mm-hmm.
They promoted also Jade Cargill too backstage.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
They
that.
confronted EO. EO earning bear points. A lot of people I had benched this week earning bear points. We'll discuss
Wait,
about
that
that
happened
later.
on Raw or that happened on SmackDown?
SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other stuff with the champions with Rhea and stuff, that was Raw.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Zoe Stark and all that stuff, that was Raw as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my favorite part would be Drew and Jay again pushing the Bloodline story, pushing the Cody story, pushing the Seth story. And Drew Claymore Seth at the end. He's like, "I told you, if you're not focused, you're gonna lose this title." They have the WrestleMania thing, pushes a bunch of storylines forward. I think it's genius because the whole segment with Cody and Seth, very cringy, very very cringy. The Rock and Roman carried that stuff on SmackDown. Even the whole acknowledge me part and them confronting each other, very cool. The crowd was engaged. That one on Raw, very iffy, very very iffy. Cody holds himself. And I know Johnny. I know you're probably watching there. You're the one who mentioned it too. We talked about it earlier this week, where Roman, The Rock, right here. I mean, The Rock's always high. He's Hall of Famer. He's a legend, bro. Cody's up there as well, and Seth is down here. He's not the best on the mic right now. It just looks like he's not on their level, and that's sad because the World Heavyweight title's looking bad. He's a great wrestler. He has great characters. He's done amazing moments and stuff, right? But like, he right now needs to work on himself, and him entering in this just diminished himself, and he just doesn't look like he's on par with them. Like, what do you call Rock? Diarrhea Dwayne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cringe.
Yeah.
Very.
It was
very
pretty
cringe.
It was pretty cringe. But like Seth has never really been like that guy on the microphone, so I never really expect much.
Mhm.
Like we know that when it comes to in ring, like because again, like I'm thinking of the fact that like I'm gonna get Seth versus Roman at WrestleMania. right? So that's still going to be something huge
Yeah, yeah.
because like they have amazing chemistry, and I definitely think that like in ring wise, like we're gonna get like some really really good stuff. Um, but yeah, otherwise like just I don't really need to hear Seth on the mic unless he's going to say some cool stuff. But Diarrhea Dwayne isn't really helping me feel more invested into this potential tag team match that they're gonna have for WrestleMania.
Lot of like people complaining online about it. They're like that was a succotash moment where
It
it's
was.
just like it's so cringy. Like he shouldn't have said that. That was not good. That was not a good counter. He's gonna get absolutely buried by The Rock on Friday, and I'm here for it. I'm here
I'm
for
here
it.
for it. But who knows? Maybe
Told
he'll respond off of that.
told you he should have retired.
So
a
yeah,
long
sorry. My
time
my
ago.
fave match was the last one. Matt, what was your fave
No.
SmackDown and Raw moment?
SmackDown. Favorite moment was to go home and smoke some crack.
It's everyone's
Rock's
favorite.
promo was the best. I don't even know. Let me look it up.
I can tell you right now, The Rock and Roman took an hour long. They put Braun Breaker in a 10-second match. They had Bailey get betrayed on by
skip that.
by everybody pretty much, and she got jumped.
Was the main event?
Main event was Randy versus Austin Theory. That's it.
That was a good match. I like that match.
And what's her name? Jade Cargill had a little segment in the back with EO. That's it.
Lovely.
That's all that happened. Oh, Tiffany Stratton won a match, but it was like useless. There's nothing really.
Oh yeah, Tiffany and Naomi. Naomi's gonna be getting buried. I don't like it,
I'm
but
glad,
yeah,
good.
let's continue.
Facts. Yeah, no, I like the Theory and Randy segment. Again, Triple H
backstage?
keeps doing his whole like planning out SmackDown, like throughout the show kind of thing. So that was cool. And yeah, The Rock's in his fucking go-yard bag. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
It's better promo than the first one. That's for damn sure.
And Raw.
Y'all doubted.
What was your favorite moment in Raw? Go home and smoke
Hell
some crack.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot Elilo. We forgot to talk about that one. Yeah.
I skipped the last two matches because it was Eric's guys on fantasy. I couldn't do that. I didn't watch the JD match, or sorry, the other match.
Sorry. Yes, Dominic versus Gunther. Banger.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Really damn good match, actually.
Good match. Both of those guys are on my bench.
Dominic.
Becky Lynch versus Nia was good too.
It was just like prolonged, and then Thing interfered. Liv Morgan. I think Derek might be right. She might actually be forcing herself into the triple threat at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, just whatever. As long as Rio wins the match, I don't care. It's fine. I hope she just wins.
Oh, the non-title tag team match was good too.
Oh, of
Imperium
course.
versus the Judgment Day.
Lovely.
Banger.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Bare
see that match.
points.
I didn't see that match.
So
But
many
I heard
points.
it looks really good.
So many points. We love to see it.
They're on my bench. Also, I lost 100%. Anyways,
I may have lost as well.
you definitely did. Eric bodied us.
I slept hard because Tiffany Stratton won a match, did a lot of finishers. We'll discuss it later. Anyways, so that was Raw SmackDown. So next SmackDown, next Raw, I'll put a little bit into it. So this SmackDown, Big Bob, so Bobbert. He's gonna face TikTok again for some reason. Please end that feud for God's sakes. They're gonna have a 1v1 match on SmackDown. The Rock and Roman are gonna come out and hear the response of Cody and Seth. They're gonna be in Texas again. Another sold out. Ever since The Rock came back, all these events are sold out. People are into the hype in the mainstream. Matt, I don't know if you heard that or whatever, but all the people acknowledging their tribal chief, all the sports teams.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people online or even in person saying like they don't watch wrestling. They just know what's going on. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Rock has helped a lot significantly, so that's pretty cool.
You're an AEW fan, of course.
Well, they did their thing. Okada just got signed to AEW right now. He's the leader of the Elite now, and they fired Kenny Omega. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, don't worry, MJF's coming to WrestleMania if that's the case, bro. They're making desperate moves. They have a whole damn Dynamite just for Sasha Banks coming to the.
And today's their new Dynamite. So like they brought back like the 2 circle entrances.
Yeah, that's good. They're doing well.
They rebranded like their Dynamite logo and stuff. Yeah. And Sting had his retirement match.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I don't care. I just seen Darby Allin kill himself, so that was about it. And
Yeah.
then Ric Flair punching somebody horribly. I think that might have been on
That
the
was on.
Collision
That was
recently.
in. Yeah, that was horrible. Horrible. Don't get him in the ring again, please.
Oh, and I seen fucking
Oh, I didn't see that.
versus Christian. Yeah.
You.
That was pretty
Your
good, but it
dad's
was
dead?
a scrappy finish. You know, Nick Wayne and his mom are always there, bro.
Oh, of course. Christian loves his mums.
Loves him.
But yeah, SmackDown. That's pretty much what I know is gonna happen on SmackDown. And then next week, Monday Night Raw.
Oh, Logan Paul showing up on SmackDown too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the other thing.
Big sellout. And then yeah, Raw has the 6-man match for the Intercontinental
Thank you.
belt.
Yes. So Derek, I want to hear your opinion on that too. But Matt,
with big Bronson.
so big. I forgot he got in there. So yeah,
This fucking tsunami, bro. He's like,
you saw that segment, right, Derek? Well, all everyone tried to plead their case.
Yeah, I saw that they had decided that they were gonna go with this gauntlet match to see who was going to face Gunther at WrestleMania. And to me, like, I'm still convinced that we're gonna see like a multi-man match.
Mhm.
Just because, like, I don't see one person. There's only a couple people in this whole scenario who I could see maybe getting a one-on-one return match or one-on-one match, and that would be Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah. Oh,
Chad
God.
Gable, bro. What are you talking about?
Chad Gable, like, and that's the thing. I would love it to be Chad Gable because the story is there, but Chad Gable hasn't done shit up until like last week when he started winning again all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think that's good enough for him to kind of get himself into a WrestleMania match.
Are people
But
being behind him either, right?
Yeah, unless they do like a multi-man match, but him getting like that one-on-one shot over Sami Zayn at this point, where they've been like kind of doing this whole thing, I feel like that's kind of like where they might be going. But it just seems weird to evolve all of these elements, and only like end up with, yeah, we're gonna do Sammy. It's just like you didn't have to do all of this. So the fact that all these guys are involved, they're all vying for the title, makes me feel like it's gonna be more than just like a one-on-one match. So
Sammy
I'm
should
still
have won the
holding
title,
on.
bro.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to the idea that it's going to be something like that, but we'll see what happens.
It's gonna be me. I don't know. It was pretty cool to see everyone have their points, and everyone did have their points. Shinsuke Nakamura just whispered to him in Japanese in his ear a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I've been Intercontinental Champion. Makes sense." Ricochet, he's the one who lost the title to Gunther, so I guess maybe he has a say. Whatever, he hasn't been on TV or whatever. His wife. Anyways, big Bronson Reed. He's big. What else can you? That's
Bro,
it.
So big.
Throw him in the match. He's Godzilla. Just go.
He's big, bro.
He just had a baby. Just throw him in there, bro. Throw him in there. Who else is in there? I don't know. Funko Pop. He has no point of being in there. I don't know why he's in there.
Whoa.
But maybe Derek has a point because Derek said he wants this ladder match or a multi-man match for the title. It's a way to drop the title off of Gunther without him actually losing, so he doesn't lose like steam.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just don't end the match. Like they all have like I don't know what's gonna happen. They all start scrapping. Gunther and Imperium interfere. Who knows? And then it's gonna be a ladder match later. But it's looking like Sammy's gonna win. On God.
I don't feel like it should be a ladder match at Mania. If Gunther loses the belt, I want him to lose it in a one-on-one match. I don't think it'll do him well if he loses it randomly, because he has Imperium to help him if it's a multi-man match. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like a Gunther way to lose. But what do I know, bro?
So it says I need to see that tsunami off the ladder.
Facts, bro. I want to just see his
tsunami.
entrance video again, please.
He's big, so big. I was gonna pick him up this week, but
Pick him up, bro.
I've been told not to by Seba himself. So we had a little
he's running
discussion.
your
We had
fantasy.
a little
That's crazy,
discussion.
bro.
We saw the we'll talk about it later. We saw a little bit, but yeah, I think that's everything that I saw that's gonna happen next week or the next couple weeks.
I think there's another match on Raw, but yeah, other than that, it's really.
Do you guys want to lead to the next segment then?
Sure. Let me just fucking fix my camera positioning, bro. It's bugging the crap out of me. Okay.
Who wants to go first? You want to dirt the salt or the grain of sheets?
I feel like that's both of them, no?
I mean, I just have grain of salt. I don't have any sheet stuff. Just
All right, grain of salt.
salty.
Here we go. Next. You guys don't need to hear what we say off screen. Come on, get it going.
Okay, so for my grain of salt this week, I feel like the way that WWE has been booking feuds and stuff and teasing a lot of stuff and mentioning a lot of things that they don't normally mention. I think it's been great because it allows like people to sort of speculate. The amount of speculation and rumors and just like stuff I've seen online and people thinking that they know how this whole thing is going to go with Roman and Rock and just like in general with like a lot of these feuds. It's so refreshing to see because like people legitimately don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Mhm.
So like people are now like I've seen people go from saying like, oh, Cody's definitely gonna finish his story to now saying like, oh, look at the way that Seth was looking at Cody during that segment. He's definitely turning on him. And oh, maybe Seth and Cody are now working together. Like I've seen so many different like theories online. It's to the point where it feels like I'm watching an episode of One Piece, and it's great. But I feel like it's also being done in a way where it's trying to create a conversation even though like the path has already been laid out. Like I feel like everything that we think is typically going to happen is more likely going to happen. Like I think Cody's going to finish the story. I think that like there isn't going to be any like major hitches in regards to like creative plans with like a number of different people. But I like the idea that they're throwing all of this out there and kind of baiting us out like a carrot and say like, oh well, this guy said this, so maybe this guy's going to be involved in this now. And you know, even with the stuff with like Damian Priest and like cashing in like on the Intercontinental title, for all I know, like Compare could be right, and he could just cash in on Drew and Seth, which would make sense for him. But the fact that he kind of just sort of like inserted himself in that whole Gunther situation last week was like,
That was kind of
oh,
weird.
what does that mean, right? And it's like, and it's probably nothing, but it's the fact that they did it and they're kind of leading off of it like it's being a thing. It's kind of like throwing people off the path of like maybe I don't know what's going on, and that creates like a bigger surprise if they actually go with the original plan that they want to do, kind of thing, right? So like, yeah, I've been loving that style of things because it's harder to predict things that way. And I think that discussion has been part of the reason why things in WWE have been so fun to watch lately. Because like, you know, as a fan nowadays, it's hard to be able to not know what's going on because of what's being like posted online and what's going through the sheets. And I think now, like, Meltzer's been wrong like for the last like 3 months.
Oh, I know,
Because
bad.
he's old and he's not EMFC, of course.
Oh, of
right?
course,
You
So
could
Matt's
stamp
all.
like,
that.
There's
You could
only
stamp that.
there's only dirt sheets on EMFC, and that's it.
You could stamp that.
so you know, like it feels fun to be a fan because I honestly don't know where they're going. It's fun. Like I actually look forward to watching the shows now because I want to see what they're going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
So that's what I got for a grain of salt. My second grain of salt is that I think that a Candice LeRae push is coming. And as such, I am officially claiming her off of waivers from now. So,
Boo!
I don't even know who that is, but yeah,
That's
okay.
You mean Indy Hartwell's partner, bro?
yeah, I'm
Oh
claiming them
no,
as a
sorry,
tag
I
team, by
meant
the way.
Natalia's partner. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
No,
they
no,
had
shut up.
that segment backstage with like, oh, we gotta make sure we gotta get a WrestleMania card, and they're like,
Yeah.
let me guess, the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match again for the 20th
Probably.
time. Let me guess, Natalia's on the card.
Oh,
Of course.
of course she's on the card. Of
Yeah.
course she's on the card. But she teased a little bit of a heel turn, so I'm hoping that like they actually go through with it and that we get to see a little bit more of her on the roster because she's actually good. It's just that like she hasn't done anything like at all, and
I don't
therefore it's for it.
know.
If you say
don't
so,
know.
that's a
I mean, you
that's a
guys-
mega grain of salt. I think
I
this is like
mean,
a chunk
yeah.
of salt.
That's some sea salt, goddamn, bro. My throat,
it's a
bro.
major salt, but I feel like it might be coming soon. Like there like he's been trying to rotation through like the divisions in general, trying to get people like their spotlight. So I think that like her time might be coming a little bit sooner.
Her
And I
time is
think
now.
they need to do something with her because like aside from Becky and Rhea Ripley, who else is really on that roster that we really need to talk about,
Nia
right?
Jax.
So
And only Nia Jax.
Shayna
So-
Baszler, bro.
so
So he's
big.
Stark.
So,
I want
so big.
Shayna Baszler to get like her singles run, but I feel like again, like I don't think that's happening until
Jade
like I
Cargill.
think she's gonna get drafted to SmackDown, and I think she's gonna get a run there.
Or hear me out. They have a match on Raw for the belts. They win the belts, then they feud. When they lose the belts, fucking, it's written. It's easy. The Kabuki Warriors can go back into the mist of
I
irrelevancy, bro.
I do feel like the
But,
women's
like-
have on SmackDown is loaded. They should move a lot of the women there. The other
Yeah.
girl we mentioned was Alexa Bliss is gonna come back soon, most likely too. I think.
Yeah, she should be
She
back
already
soon.
did.
Sure you did.
She wrestled in the Elimination Chamber.
No, she
no,
didn't.
no, that's
Came back
no,
at the Royal
sorry,
Rumble.
that was Liv Morgan. Sorry, that's the wrong.
Oh
wrong
no, I
person.
thought it was the same person.
They are, but like they're not. You know?
Yeah.
I
She
feel-
also has a match on Raw. Sorry, that was the other thing.
But
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think even if the Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark win the tag team titles, like that's not gonna do anything for them. Like fucking Katana
No, this
Chance.
starts the feud between them, which is gonna be fucking sick. It's like what Ronda Rousey should have been.
Oh, you mean like the feud between Zoe Stark and like Thing?
Shayna Baszler, when they become mean and don't like each other.
Yeah,
Reversed.
I don't think people care. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think people care about that dynamic at all.
If
so I
fucking
think
Shayna Baszler started coming out and ripping people's arms off like she's supposed to,
I thought
then
you were
we
gonna say
would be
rubbing
fine.
people's arms
But
off.
no, we have damn 45-year-old Becky Lynch mom coming out being like, "I'm still the man. I am doing this, and I'm getting sat on by Nia Jax." Nah, bro. Get her out. Her time's done, bro. Where's Charlotte? Done. Where's Bailey? Done. Where's that other person that was in it? Done, bro. Not even wrestling in the company. 4 horsewomen are done, bro. Next, get Tiffany Stratton out here. World title.
Lovely,
Jade Cargill.
fantastic, more.
World title.
More.
Bro. Let's go. More.
But Derek, as you were saying with your chunk of salt,
Derek is so perplexed, bro. Just throw out the spade, bro. That's all you need to know.
like I want it so badly, but it's not gonna happen on Raw. Like that Raw division's booty, bro. I'll say it. Honestly, the
fine.
women's division
Derek's
on Raw
booty?
is like super booty, bro.
It was just like
Dude.
us trying to get Shinsuke and Asuka to be how good they were. They just never lived up to it in the main roster.
mean,
and
Asuka
Shayna's
did,
probably
but-
the same thing. But the fucking ace of spades, clubs, whatever the fuck it is.
You know what you can start off with by changing her goddamn theme song back to the way it was before. 'Cause
know.
that theme song was hard. That theme song was hard. And while we're at it, DIY, change your fucking theme song, bro.
No, they're DX now, bro. You didn't hear?
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Somebody
Derek.
said online that they're gonna change the Y to X and it's gonna say dicks on their fucking.
Oh,
those guys, I don't know what to do with them, bro.
Oh my god.
It's funny.
Anyways, let's get into the sheets, bro. If you're done with that salt.
Yeah, I'm done with that salt. The
Okay,
salt's,
I got-
the
I
salt
got a
test is
couple.
salt.
Sheets it is.
Let's get lost in the sheets. Yeah, you know.
All right. This is Mad Dirt Sheets. We're gonna hype it up. We're gonna nut it up. You know what I'm saying? The sheets are dirty, and we need to clean them with some bounty. Sammy Guevara got suspended. I think we talked about this.
I think we
I don't know
talked
if we
about it.
I mean, we
no-
didn't talk about it here. You just told me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
we
the
talked.
bar
We talked
yesterday.
about
I
the
was
thing.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got suspended. Either he was in concussion protocol during his match, or Jeff was. Of course, Jeff would never tell anyone that he was drunk or dead or anything.
Did he
during
land
the
on
match.
his head? That
He
he
did.
he
So-
injured him. Yeah, so it was Jeff who was
I didn't
injured.
hear the full story. I just know that Sammy Guevara is suspended for breaking the concussion protocol rules in AEW. So we'll see him at WrestleMania. WWE was talking about Sting on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting, and they also mentioned CMML when Andrade came out. I'm pretty sure. So that's another interesting thing because I don't think WWE has any ties with them, to my knowledge. I don't know if you guys know.
They don't. It's just I think now Triple H is being more open in regards to WWE actually mentioning like other like promotions as opposed to like
That's what I was gonna mention earlier too. So I
it's
read.
like they did the thing with TNA. They like so like I think they're just like now it's not like oh like nobody else exists. Like let's not be stupid. It's 2024. We know that other companies exist. So just shut them out whenever they whatever it's relevant kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But you
I'm
reminded
glad.
me of something I was gonna talk about earlier in the sheets or whatever, where I've seen a lot of this either commented online or just even just watching. Ever since Redacted left, Triple H has changed a lot of things that have made it easier for the viewers. So like those little transitions where they have like kind of like a video package transition of every wrestler. The whole Pat McAfee thing where he's highlighting all like the events,
Great segment.
all the
bro.
backstage like walk-ins, like like when you're watching a sports event, they're coming in with like their bags, their duffel bags, and they're walking into the arena.
Which honestly, I love that. I love those. I love it so much.
Different backstage segments. The visual wise, they changed the lighting of the arenas, coloring of the ropes, the way the camera angles are. It's changed. Yeah.
I've also read too that Triple H isn't micromanaging the commentary desk too, which is why like Michael Cole and Pat McAfee have just been going balls to the wall with a lot of the stuff that they've been doing.
And it's
Because,
funny.
The
like,
shit.
antlers.
Yeah, like they haven't had Vince like saying like you have to do this or this is and that kind of thing. So they've kind of just been free to kind of do stuff. And people have been commenting online. It's just like, yo, I've never seen Michael Cole like
This
sound so
happy.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
like
he's
actually just,
dying of
like,
laughter, bro. Every time, every day. Bro, I can tell that Pat's cracking him up and he's just on mute, bro. Dying of laughter.
Oh, yeah,
behind the table. Yeah, that's good though. Everything feels more natural, thankfully.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But also, when I was watching SmackDown, as I do, because I watch the classic SmackDowns, they had this bikini contest, bro. Remember back in the day when they would fucking tilt the camera sideways all the time, bro, to make it look edgy and cool, bro? Like, they like go to the fans, it's like it's crooked. Oh, bikini contest, crooked. Zoom in out, zoom in out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, chill. But yeah, the cameramen back then were more cracked than ever. But anyways,
Because
and I think I
Redacted was
had one
cracked.
more. Oh yeah, of course. I swear I had some. MJF has been in rumors to come to WrestleMania, but I don't know if we're talking about that or not.
I don't know if that's happening or not. There's a lot going on in AEW. I feel like
Because John Cena had a podcast with Fred Van Vliet, bro.
Yeah,
Chris
not
Van
UFC.
Vliet, yes.
Yeah, of course. He rejected us, of course, but one day he'll come. We never give up. Let's see
Never.
Nation, all that. Yeah, but a lot of stuff on that podcast. Apparently, John Cena was supposed to have a heel run. Of course, Redacted denies that because he hates everyone. And there was some talk about MJF and what he spoke to him about at the Iron Claw premiere or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been more speculation that he might come back, and more likely John Cena showing up at WrestleMania 40. It's
Yeah,
the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
probably he's doing a
There's gonna
deal
be
or
more
something.
surprises. Yeah.
Something that would be like shocking or whatever. Even I heard rumors as well in the sheets, of course, Seba, where John Cena might actually interfere in that match with Seth and Cody and all that stuff.
Oh my God, the Civil War,
I
bro.
think it'd be kind of cool in a way, and I one of you guys mentioned it before, where everyone comes in from the past and they try to screw Roman over. It'd be pretty cool. Obviously, they can't get everyone because of contract reasons, but it'd be pretty cool to get the majority of them to come back. How they've been screwed, now they screw Roman over, and it'd be pretty cool. Like Seth now, Cody, John.
It's AJ, everyone but Brock Lesnar, basically. Undertaker.
Redacted?
Oh, sorry, Redacted. My apologies.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
trying to think of who else did he face. Kevin Owens, Sami
Kevin
Zayn.
Owens, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. Obviously, can't use any of those guys.
And Edge.
Never. Bray Wyatt, R.I.P.
But yeah, I saw that interview too. It wasn't the first time Cena's mentioned that potential heel run with The Rock and Cena. I wonder, because some people online are even saying that like they felt like they got robbed.
Goldberg.
Oh yeah, Goldberg too. Yeah, maybe not Goldberg, but
So I was like Goldberg.
but how would you guys would have felt if Cena had turned heel during that run between him and Rock the first time?
I thought
you
that
guys
would have
watching
been.
it
I thought that would have been the perfect. Of course. I loved when The Rock came back. I just wanted Rock to wrestle as much as he could. He did. He won the title. I was very happy with all that. The whole John Cena thing. When he lost, very upset. I also turned on Cena that time. Won't lie. He was annoying at that time. Super Cena, horrific. Wrestling wasn't that fun at that time either, so I'm just gonna put it out there. But
Mm.
I thought it would have been the perfect opportunity. I thought it'd be pretty cool. But now watching everything after, I'm glad John Cena's never turned heel, besides like his original run.
Yeah.
He's a fan favorite. People love him for what he was. He was a superhero to everyone. He's helped out a lot of people. It worked out. John Cena put a lot of people over afterwards. I feel like if he turned heel and started losing matches, it wouldn't have helped like make people like Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar with the Suplex City. I don't think it would have helped, you know? So,
Mhm.
on the long run,
Mhm.
Redacted did the right thing. I'm just going to put it out there.
He obviously didn't have the brains, you know, to put him as a tweener, but yeah, it probably makes more sense leave Cena like that. But he did have a pretty banging heel theme song that I heard on the internet
Oh, you
as
heard
well
it.
with this news. Yeah.
What was
I
the
don't-
song? I feel like it might have just been like
Bam, 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 bam.
I heard it on Instagram, so let me see if I can find
What's
it.
the opposite
yeah.
of bam, bam, bam?
I'm curious if it's actually legit, if it was like one of the songs off of his album that like people just like to say like, oh, if he turned heel, this is the song he would have used.
Probably that because it was him rapping, but it was a little slower and stuff. But
Yeah, I
I
have a
probably
feeling.
should have sent it. But yeah, it probably was one of those. You know, the
I have a
nerds out
feeling.
there, the Cody Crybabies always make up those stories, bro.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, like he did say that he did record a new song, but like as far as I haven't heard it yet. But like yeah, like he was fully invested in this whole thing. And my thing too is that like, and like Cena's smart because he was even explaining like how the heel tone would have worked. It's just like, oh shit, yeah, like this guy really had he had something there that could have worked too. But the heel turn is such a capricious thing. It's so capricious.
So capricious.
Ask the
Um,
Big Show.
Right? Like if you don't execute it well, and my biggest thing is that like when you turn heel, well, you have to be very careful not to completely abandon your character to do so. And that's like why the Big Show's heel turns don't work, because he goes from being like a super nice guy who wouldn't hurt a fly to being like a dickhead for no reason. And then he just goes back and forth, and then he becomes a nice guy again, and he doesn't really address the reason why he was a dickhead, right? There's no character consistency there. Whereas, like, with Drew's heel run, and
Drew.
why it's great is because Drew is not any different. He just doesn't care anymore,
Yeah.
right? Like, he's still the same guy.
gets me
He's
bear
still
points.
taking facts. It's just that now he's up. He's just fed up, and he realizes, you know what? Like, I got to do this to get to where I need to get to. So screw it. And so John Cena's character is that he fights for what's right. Imagine Goku, like being Goku, just deciding like
God, I'm stopping you right there. No, off the stream.
Stop you right there.
Stop stream.
Well, like it's like that's the thing with like his like if Cena were to turn heel at that point in time, being the character that he was, it would essentially be like Goku just deciding, you know what, like it'd be basically Goku and Super, like. Yeah, I want to like protect everybody because that's what's important to like. Yeah, I would throw the entire universe on the line just so I can get a good fight. Like, doesn't really make sense in terms of character,
Iguodala.
It's not who he is. Yeah.
right?
It's just a
So,
complete
like,
character change.
yeah, so like that's the thing. That's why it hurt Austin too, because Austin was very much like anti-establishment. So when he turned heel and joined the forces with like Vince
Terrible.
McMahon, it didn't help him at all, because it was like, okay, so who are you? Like, what was your thing?
Who
still didn't
are
work.
you?
Right? But it just doesn't really. Yeah. So like you have to be very careful. So I'm okay with the fact that he never turned heel, because I think he would have somehow made it work, but I don't think we would have gotten the Cena that we have today if he did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
I
makes
think
sense.
that the reason why Cena has gained that respect, that he is like legitimately Cena is the greatest of all time, is that he's been the same guy basically when he became champion up until this point, and he never like fell back on that. It's always been like the same like body of work kind of thing, right? So
Did someone say John Cena?
And his name is John Cena. Very interesting news though in the sheets this week.
yeah,
Also, Vince sold a bunch of stock. I mean, Redacted sold a bunch of his stocks, so hopefully he'll be out of the company
Yeah,
sooner
like
rather than later.
millions. Yeah.
Also, the other thing was in 2K they blurred his face out, which I think
Which is
everyone's
funny.
seen that news.
Yeah.
that's
But
hilarious.
It's
people
hilarious.
were contemplating and wondering how they're going to mention Stone Cold going forward at all, because, you know,
The whole thing with Stone Cold, The Rock, and
is
then Sting.
basically
It was a
and
part of the
him.
match. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
So
he's just anti-establishment or anti-boss. Like they
that's what
don't
I
have
was
to mention
thinking.
him.
Or they're just not gonna mention him anymore.
And of course,
because,
you guys missed
everyone
it. We're
knows the
gonna
story.
run that. We're gonna run that this Friday. We're gonna start doing the story mode. Fantastic. It's gonna be great when I get the game.
I've already started. It's great.
Yeah, me,
Let me just
Derek, and
tell
Johnny
you.
played last night.
Oh my god,
So,
GM mode last night was
GM mode, Eric.
Prime.
It's crazy.
I know someone
It's
showed me a
sick.
little bit of it. Like they added new stuff to it, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Speaking about that, you guys reminded me of huge news that we missed this weekend. Finally, which is a little bit late when it comes to the road to WrestleMania, they showed the first Hall of Fame inductee. I guess is going to be main
cool.
eventing the whole thing, especially which I just took into WrestleMania's in
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia,
Yep,
the
yep.
home to
Mhm.
Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and the Godfather of ECW, Paul Heyman, is now going to be a part of the Hall of Fame. I want to hear both of you guys' opinions. What do you guys think?
This is like one of the. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch his speech because I know it's gonna be emotional. I know that the man's probably gonna cry. But this one is like probably one of the most like well-deserved like Hall of Fame inductions that I have seen in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman is the GOAT as far as I'm concerned in terms of managers, in terms of creative. Like my favorite point of SmackDown was when Paul Heyman was running the show, and like that was like Ruthless Aggression SmackDown. Like when he was general manager, like he was pretty much a part of creative at that point in time, and like SmackDown was phenomenal. Right, he had the hand of being able to build John Cena, build Eddie Guerrero, build Redacted, build other Redacted. Um,
Well, he built
a lot of Redacted.
he's
in
built
his
a lot
time.
redacted, but
But
Too many.
he's always like to be in 2024 and to still remain such a huge staple within like creative and just stories and how he portrays himself as well. He like ECW was huge and it like was like the platform for a number of guys to really show what they can do. And a number of those guys have all said the same thing. Like they have wanted to kill Paul Heyman on multiple occasions, especially Tommy Dreamer, but like they wouldn't be where they are without that guy too. So they would take a bullet for him if they could. And like that sort of loyalty speaks volumes of the type of character this guy is, right? So I'm super excited for his Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I think it's super
gonna be
super
really good.
deserved. In regards to like, because people like try to speculate, he should have been Brock like inducting him, but it's just like there's so many people who could induct him. Like Punk could induct him, Tommy Dreamer could induct him, the Dudley Boys could induct him, Rob
Roman
Van
can
Dam could
induct
induct
him.
him, right? Roman could induct him. Like hell, Triple H could induct him. Like there's so many people who have been a part of that story. Hell, The Rock could induct him. But like so many people have been affected by this guy and what he has done. And it's just super fitting that he's also gets to get his flowers in the city that loves him the most.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool.
Of course, no women will be inducting him because it's exclusively a man program, as we know from GM mode. Sorry, I had to bring it up. Derek drafted women last night, Eric, and ECW doesn't have a women's belt in GM mode, so he had to get rid of all of the women on his roster, bro.
That's typical
Why-
Derek, though. Typical
I
Derek.
didn't-
Typical Derek.
Bro, so you know what's annoying too is that I got like an email from Triple H like a couple weeks later saying that like my match cards don't have variety and I should be booking women on my show. And I was like, for what?
Why? This is what you guys wanted, didn't you? You don't want blood, you don't want extreme.
He's like, none. That's
Oh
funny.
my God.
But yeah, I think it's well deserved.
Oh, 100%.
As Derek was saying,
Genius.
like he's one of those guys that I've seen a lot of people go into the Hall of Fame, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I guess. A lot of people are like, yeah, you guys don't deserve to be in the Hall of
Yo,
Fame.
Billy Jim.
Like you guys, like there's people who deserve like their own wing: Undertaker, Ric Flair, The Rock. Well, even though he's not there, Stone Cold Steve
Oh,
Austin.
Ric Flair's redacted, bro.
people,
You gotta take
people,
on back,
people
bro.
who, Shawn Michaels, you know, like,
Edge.
people who Rey Mysterio, people who really deserve it. They made an impact to
King
wrestling
Kong Bundy.
and changed a lot of things, right? Paul Heyman's one of those people, so he's more than well deserving. He's still going at it, still pushing. Look where he pushed Roman to today, from that stupid little cheesy Superman guy to like who he is now, right? So, yeah, Paulie is the guy. He's the GOAT, and I'm glad that he gets to do it in front of him. Ooh, thank you, DJ. Appreciate those. Ooh.
Sue? You want to sue?
No. We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that. No, we're not allowed to do that. If you guys don't know, go check out Ronaldo new GIF, and you'll see. You'll see what he just did.
Bro,
yeah.
he was just telling the fans to love him, bro. That was it.
Yeah, he told him to suck it, bro.
They
He
told
could've
him
did the-
that like he showed them that like he has his stroke game from like midfield is excellent. And that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Yeah, of course. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
He was showing his Michael Jackson dance moves, bro. He's like, hee hee. You know what I'm saying? One of those.
yeah, that was my opinion on thing. You guys want to go straight into the fantasy draft?
Draft.
All right, we're going to the draft. Let me just set up the. Damn, what is it called? It's not Google Drive. It is called Docs.
Docs.
Thank you. I had it open. I don't know why it closed. I swear I had it on another tab, but I'll move it here. Okay. So, Seba was talking to me today about it too, and I'm not just saying because I'm always winning, of course. Where he said the winners have to be like gaining something, or like at the end, he says like at the end of our season, like they have to earn a specific thing or something. Because he said that right now the wins are kind of meaningless. So he said,
Oh,
like,
don't worry.
what?
Once we reset at WrestleMania and you
So-
lose all the people that are good.
So
then
he said it's pretty. It'd be pretty cool to add something to it. Like I told him, I'm like, yeah, I guess technically we're counting right now. I'll give Matt the week of his wedding, and I'm not just saying because he got married that week. I'll give him the win for that. Sorry, I just closed this. I should also share this to you guys. I won the last couple weeks. Derek won the first week. So if we're counting, yeah, we can count it down, and at the end, like you're the winner of the draft, you're whatever, right? But
We'll figure it out. Again, we were just
Share
trying to
your
get it
screen.
started, you know? We're what, on episode 9? Episode 10?
of
Oh.
the draft, we're on week 6 of the draft. If we're talking about episodes of our podcast that we appreciate you guys watching on YouTube as well, we are on, I believe, 10th. I think I didn't
Oh
name
my
it.
god.
I didn't name it this time. Now that I think of it, I'll have to go check it afterwards when I post it on YouTube. But yeah,
Appreciate everybody stopping by for 10 weeks straight.
appreciate everyone stopping by today. You guys have been cracked today. We love the support and love from you guys. All right, so we're going to give big zoom. This is from February 28th to March 6th. Happy March. We're now getting into the spring weather, and we love to see that.
Thank God.
So the first team here is Derek's Raw Booty Cheeks. Derek, take it away.
All right, so we had some ups and downs this week. So had some excellent production from Sami Zayn and Randy Orton. Sami Zayn had a phenomenal match with Ivar on Monday Night Raw. Was able to get the victory. He also nailed 2 haluva kicks in the match too, which definitely helped me out quite a bit.
There's commercials
So-
too, no?
There was commercials too, so yeah, there was a 3-segger, so got 41 points for that. Randy Orton had a main event match against Austin. Was it against Austin Theory or was it? It was Austin Theory, right?
Randy,
Yeah.
Austin Theory.
Yeah, at which he nailed 2 RKOs in that as well, because he nailed an RKO to win the match, and then in post-match beatdown, he RKO'd Grayson Waller as well. That was just a 1 commercial match. He also had an appearance in a promo earlier on in the show as well. He
Which is
nailed the
funny.
Power Slam. And
That
so
was
he was
good. Yeah.
he was able to get me 33 points for the week. AJ Styles was not on SmackDown. LA Knight was looking for him all night and couldn't find him. Bailey had a 1 commercial 2-segment match, but she didn't use any signature moves. She didn't use no things, and she didn't lose the match either. The match just kind of went to no decision. It was actually kind of stupid.
Yeah, I noticed that. I watched that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't, like the belt didn't even ring either. It just kind of like we were just kind of like, okay, cool, we're done, I guess. So
Mhm.
I was just kind of like, all right,
You lucky
cool.
bastard.
That was it. So that was all there was there. Braun Breaker had a 5-second match and somehow managed to get more points than Bailey. I don't understand. But he came through. He hit a spear and he got a victory. So he was able to get 14 points for that. DIY, did they talk in their segment or they
They talked,
right?
They're playing the
Okay,
video
so I guess that
game
was a
and they were
promo.
promoting the WWE 2K24.
Okay, so he
with,
got a promo.
The rest, yeah.
So I should change that to a 5. So it should be a 5 instead of a 3. Let me actually change that right now, or you can do that for me, Eric, if you want.
I don't know if they talked. though. I personally don't know if they talked, and it's a double because I think Gargano and Thing was both there. So maybe
Oh, yeah, true.
maybe one of them talked. I don't remember though.
Just
I'm
give him
gonna-
10 points, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
we'll give it 10 points. So 10 points.
Let's
Derek, do the
go
math.
to- Yeah, I already did the math there.
So
Okay,
that's
started.
74. This is gonna make it 80. This would make it
Yeah.
94, and that would make you
104.
104.
Yeah, I already changed it.
Quick math. guys.
Lovely.
All right.
Um,
Solid. That's not that bad. I feel like this week
Yep.
The Rock just took over like the majority of the segment, so nothing much happened, I guess,
Yeah.
when it comes to wrestling wise. Like I felt all of the jobbers were wrestling, like Ivar, all those people on the side thing were wrestling. Yeah, I can already
Well,
tell you
I-
what you should be changing right now. This one right here.
Brother,
This-
don't
how
worry,
have you
this-
not put Seth
thi-
Rollins
this-
on your damn
this guy
roster?
appears 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know what you're doing with that, but like
just wait until next week, and I made some major changes for next week.
this one I actually only saw her like lose a match and that's it. Dominic as well has been appearing a lot. He did a
Dom's
619s.
Yeah, Don's been killing it.
They
Legado
appeared-
the Phantasma,
they
I don't
appeared
really
a-
know what the fuck they're doing.
They appeared a lot this week. They jumped
Yeah.
the LWO backstage and they were helping out Thing afterwards. This buddy.
Gunther,
Buddy,
I didn't think he was fighting.
let's show this right here.
Bro,
the
he's your
donut.
mid-carder, man.
I didn't think he was fighting. So that
It
was
doesn't
my- that
matter.
was
He
my
talks
thing.
every
Was
damn
he?
show.
Wait, he's his main
bro.
eventer. He's his main eventer now that I think of it.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
He said that he's the mid-card title holder. He's not.
Yeah, I
We
usually
Yeah.
have a
we
big
don't know
card.
this last week.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
either way, Gunther typically fights and then he fucks off for a couple of weeks and then he comes back. So
Bro,
I
I
because-
got
thought
to
he was
trade
gonna
you
fuck
for
Because
off
because
with me.
we're doing 4 main
At
events, right?
least-
So then Randy and
at
Sami Zayn.
least-
Oh, AJ. Yeah, I guess you can rotate that.
Like at least I would have thought, okay, maybe he'll just have like a segment where he'll just talk his shit.
He
AJ
slapped
surely will do.
Bud.
Oh, I
Chad
could have
Gable?
made
Talk
so
to
much
shit.
bank. I probably would have actually won the week if I actually played Gunther.
You probably would have.
Hey.
So at first, Dominic started chopping the hell out of Gunther
Yeah.
for no reason. Gunther just rips his thing, chop. He smacks the guy, bro.
I gotta
So
go back and
hard.
Watch this match.
Great
I
match.
slept.
It was a good match. It was a good match. It was a really good match.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Eric's Rumbling Ranas. Let's see how far we can go with this. So main eventer Drew, always getting me points. He's always been number 1. Last week he almost gave me 200 points. This week a little bit less. Not that he didn't appear that much. And so he got the 5 for the promo backstage, calling everyone like a bitch, pretty much. We got the ×3 because there's 3 commercials. So he hit. He just hit 2 claymores and he got the pin. So in the total of 38 points, that's it. So not that much today. No glass cow kisses or anything like that. He didn't even. Did he hit the claymore? No, sorry.
Twice.
What's the 15 for? Oh, for the pin.
He hit the Claymore
He
twice.
he hit the claymore for the win. So he didn't hit
Yeah.
any SIGs or anything or any other finishers throughout the match. And afterwards, he hit it on Seth to make fun of him.
On Seth, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all he did. But somehow he managed to get more points for me. Oh, because of the commercials for the pin. Jey Uso, they appeared 3 times for some reason. When he walked into the arena, he was backstage in the arena doing that. All that stuff walking in. Then he did a promo, so I don't know why they did it 3 times for him, but whatever. Let's earn points. And then, so it's funny. They didn't do any signatures or finishers. They had probably a 20-minute match. These super kicks and the spear happened in a span of 15 seconds. They're like, brother, take us home, brother. Take us home, brother. And then the bloodline interfered. He lost me 15 for the thing, so he got 32 points altogether. R-Truth, I got to figure out my whole mid-card situation because Solo appeared 5 times in the week, which pissed me off because I have him as trash, but this week he wasn't trash. R-Truth only did the promo for the WWE 2K game. 5 points. Got to get him out of there. I feel like they're going to do nothing with him now. Bianca Belair did not show. Oh, let the record show. Friday Night SmackDown, I got 0 points. No one appeared for me on SmackDown.
Wild.
Bianca gone, bro. Becky Lynch, she did her little thing backstage. She had a segment ×2 because of a commercial. Then she did a promo afterwards with freaking Liv Morgan. She was like, why did you interfere? Total 14 points. Decent. I don't think I could do any better. These guys earned me 60 points this week. So a lot of promos from them backstage because they're like trying to push JD, talking to Dominic. They had the commercial for the times 2, sling blades, Spanish choke slams, and the pinfall of a total of 60 points. Total altogether 149 points. So I guess I'm taking the lead for now against Derek. LA Knight appeared a couple times. I might put him on my mid card if anything, because like the guy's been mid card for life still. Big Bob, he didn't really appear this week. Tiffany Stratton did win, so I slept. These guys right here, I slept. Solo appeared many times. US Guy appeared both Raw and SmackDown. So, but we'll take the 149 points. You know, Matt's meaty men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a terrible week. I picked up The Rock. He did a promo for an hour. That's only 5 points. What happened?
I almost choked in my water. That's what happened.
Oh
It's if you smell, The Rock says, The Rock, appreciate the follow. I don't know if I can say that. It looks like karate.
Oh my God, Karate Kai.
But we appreciate it.
Cobra Kai?
And you also took in the truth or dare. Ask away. There's 3 of us here, so we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. We are Matt and Eric of EMFC, and that's Derek of the extended channel of DEMFC. And we do this podcast once a week, and then now the occasional Triple Crown Thursday / Retro Thursday.
One of my favorites.
But regardless, usually we play video games. Every Wednesday we do this wrestling podcast. If you're a huge wrestling fan, appreciate it. We love everyone's input that happens in this chat, in all honesty. Yeah, ask away. Your truth or dare.
Yeah, so back to it. Rock had one segment, which was commercials, so that's 10 points. Cody Rhodes came out for his segment and talked, 5 points. Kevin Owens was on commentary with 2 commercials, 15 points. Rhea Ripley had 2 promos, 10 points. Karrion Kross did nothing. And Newcastle Republic had 1 promo together, 10 points. That's 50 points.
Okay. So 50 points. So I'm going to correct you right here real quick, all right? So we're at a +3 here. Because Cody Rhodes appeared at the end of the night to help Jay when the Bloodline came in. He took out Solo backstage. Oh
Yeah, I
my
gave
gosh,
up
another follow.
I gave up when I seen Eric's guys battling it out. I was like,
I
you know
can't
what?
see
I'm
from
not
here.
going to get no points.
I can't see, but I appreciate the follow, guys. Hope you guys are loving the content right now. Acknowledge me.
Let's go.
Of course, we always acknowledge you. We always acknowledge Roman Reigns.
But yeah, now I'm having a problem on if I want to start The Rock or Roman, because Roman kind of shows up backstage more often than
The
Paulie.
Rock?
Or sorry, with Paulie. And then The Rock kind of shows up after. Grayson Waller, he only had 1 appearance. Imperium had their match, but they lost, so it doesn't matter. Nia Jax lost. Well, it was a no DQ match,
Yeah.
which I thought was going to happen, but I was like, you know what, let's play it safe.
Mhm.
Naomi got the L, and JD had a couple of segments, so I don't think it was that good. Shinsuke didn't do anything, so picking up The Rock, I have no ways about it. I'm excited for next week.
All right. So Matt had a total of 53 points. I had a total of 149. And Derek with a 104.
Congrats, Eric.
Winner by unanimous decision.
Congratulations.
I done it again, ladies and gentlemen. It's just me, Us. It's just me, Drew. We'll take the win.
one.
I think I'll create a little table at the bottom so we'll have like week 1, week 2, and then like the total winners right now so we can calculate it. But yeah, there we go. Another victory, guys. That's like what, 3-4 weeks in a row. It's fantastistico. I might add
They're
Rey
always
Mysterio onto the team. You know.
You can only go down from here. It's all right.
I know. I thought you guys were gonna win this week because I slept, but
I would have won if I played Gunther.
Monday Night Raw saved my ass. In all honesty,
Jay and Drew don't take days off, unfortunately.
I
so
know, and I'm like,
until that
obviously,
happens,
obviously they're leading towards the road to WrestleMania, so it makes sense, right? Like they're the main focus. And as Matt said, maybe they'll go downhill after WrestleMania, but trust me, they'll do the draft again. Then we'll do our draft here.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
It's a good time. All right, so next week from March 6th to March 13th is going to be our 7th week into the fantasy draft. Derek, your raw booty cheeks. What did you choose?
All right. So for next week, I gotta switch it up, but I gotta switch up the bench or whatever I put on there. But for next week, I have just put thank you. No, it's
Gunther's not here.
No, Gunther's on the bottom.
Oh, so who's
Oh.
this?
Like if you go to the
Oh,
bottom,
AJ.
I already have another guy.
AJ. No,
AJ's on
AJ's
the
right there.
bottom.
So who you missing?
I already played Jimmy. Dom's there.
Randy.
Randy, yeah, there it is. It's Randy.
Okay.
Okay, so Sami Zayn, because I feel like he's doing his thing right now. He's getting that momentum. I like it, so I'm keeping him in there. Seth Rollins is officially cleared, and therefore now he has use for me. And so he is now in the hunt. He has an appearance on SmackDown. He's going to be on Raw, so that's at least 2 shows where he's going to be able to do some stuff. I'm praying he gets a little bit active. Dominic Mysterio has been killing it as of late, so I'm going to put him in there in the mid-card spot. I'm going to put Bailey in because, like, at some point she needs to do something useful.
Yeah.
So I'm just holding my head out. Jimmy Uso is probably going to be involved in the Bloodline stuff, and I'm hoping he'll probably make an appearance on Raw, maybe.
For
that
Jay.
stuff.
They got to figure that out.
So we'll put Jimmy in there. And my tag team, I have swapped out LD Legado del Fantasma. I'm saying F those guys. I'm keeping them out. And I'm picking up Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell as a tag team.
Solid. Not bad. Not bad. Lion Salt, Wicked Stepsister, Impressive Elbow, and Alabama Slammer.
So we're going to put those in there. These guys are going to be on my bench. We'll see if they do anything. But yeah, that is my team for next week.
You're missing a tag team. Missing a tag team.
That is my tag team.
No, like in your bench. You're missing a tag team.
DIY.
No, DIY.
Oh.
They're there. Yeah.
What's this? Does it have an extra row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're missing someone.
I had 6 people. 1, 2, 3. Who am I missing? Gunther, DIY, AJ Styles, Chelsea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 6 rows, which means we should have 6 on the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're missing someone.
Yeah, I'm missing someone. Someone's supposed to be on there that isn't on there. Who is it?
Where's your list here? LDF.
Go back.
Chelsea Green.
No,
Yeah?
she's. So she was there. No?
She's there. That's where she's there.
Okay, who can spot Waldo, guys?
Is it LA Knight?
Oh, you
I don't have
didn't.
LA
You
Knight.
didn't even have anybody here.
I don't. So Jimmy Uso was there before. So
Braun
'Cause Jimmy
Breaker.
was-
Braun Breaker.
oh,
That's
it's Braun
who it
Breaker.
is.
It's Braun Breaker. It's Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah. It's Braun Breaker.
Oh,
this is the wrong side. Wrong one. Wrong
No,
one. Wrong
I
one.
know.
This
Scroll
like
down.
that
That's the
week.
old one.
That
Yeah.
week is Jimmy Uso. That
Yeah.
week is Jimmy Uso. But the week
Oh.
afterwards is Braun Breaker. Yeah.
Thank you. So
Yeah. So yeah, I put Braun Breaker on the bench.
okay. Okay.
All right. Cool.
And then you already dropped. You already did this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for Eric's rumbling ranas, we're gonna keep Drew because they're pushing the hell out of him. He's always there trying to do some little funny shit. So we're gonna keep him there. Bobby Lashley has a match this week, so I'm hoping he's gonna do a lot of spears, one-hand choke slams. He's probably gonna have some appearances backstage, so we're hoping Big Bob does the job. So I don't know what they're doing with Jay after his loss. We finally subbed out R-Truth because he was getting me bear points before, but I feel like the jokes are over. Now that he's not around the Judgment Day, he's around Derek's boys. You know those guys don't earn points. So I'm gonna have to put Solo. Solo appeared every single. He appeared twice for 2 weeks in a row to interfere with Cody, and they might do more of that stuff. 100% he's gonna be in the backstage where he's gonna be like,
And
the
then he's
whole
like
time.
this. He's like this. He's like this. He's like.
so yeah, he's gonna be in there in case if he ever has a match or a finisher. He's going.
And then they
With
point
the
the
fu- with
camera
the-
on him.
with
and
the
he's
thu-
like
with the
this,
thumb
he's like
twitch,
this,
with the
he's
thumb
like this,
twitch?
He's like.
Yeah, he's looking at the thumb. He's like, It's
Bro,
solid.
he's killing me in the rock segment, bro. I don't know how he didn't die laughter,
oh
bro.
yeah, and he's like, oh, if you guys want to hear Solo sing, he's a fantastic singer.
He'll sing the national anthem, and everyone's going so low, and he's like,
he did the thing. Whenever he breaks character, or I feel like anytime the Usos break character, they'll just rub their face.
yeah, exactly.
So I thought this guy was like laughing underneath his hands. He was like rubbing his face so he could get back into character. It was so
Jimmy's
funny.
in the background. He's like this.
Oh, dude, Jimmy.
It's so funny.
Jimmy's
No,
walking
it's
around.
not
He's like,
fair. The bloodline's not fair because like Jimmy and Roman can break character because that's their fucking character. They're
Yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to break character. So like anytime like Roman's dying, he's allowed to die because he's just the tribal chief. And Jimmy Uso's just never serious, so he's allowed to break character too. But like Uso
So-
has to stay Solo has to stay serious the entire time. So anytime like something funny happens, is like he's trying so hard, and you can tell that he's like it's difficult, and like they're not helping him.
So Solo's my mid carder. We're gonna put his signatures here. So that's the Samoan drop. I'm not sure who's gonna do it. And the Umanga, of course. Oh my god, no! Don't do that. Back. Umanga. Because he goes Umanga. I was laughing with Seba because I'm like, he doesn't really fight, so I'm gonna remove Samoan drop for like the when he does the
the cross arms.
yeah.
The enforcement.
So for women's spot, we're putting Io Sky in. Bianca has failed me. I was gonna put Tiffany Stratton because they're promoting her every week. But Io, I feel like they're gonna start pushing, as Derek was saying, they're gonna have to do something with Bailey. They've been doing that. They appeared both on Raw and SmackDown this week many times. So I feel like they're gonna start doing more of that. So Moonsault is her finisher. As of late, her finisher, which is not the Moonsault, and that she's been hitting Bailey with, is the Shining Wizard to the back of the head, kind of like the Kinshasa. So I'm gonna do that Shining Wizard. Becky Lynch, has a match, I believe, with Liv Morgan. She's always promoted, so we're going to keep her there. Same with the Judgment Day. That's it. Matt's Meaty Men.
All right. So we're keeping The Rock in there. You know, he does the rock bottom people's elbow. It's not going to happen, but, you know, we need the points. He's guaranteed to be there. So maybe he'll hit something now that Seth's ready, but we'll see. Cody Rhodes, of course, he's going to be on both shows. Hopefully we get some points this week. JD has a match I'm banking this week fully on the 6-man what is it called? Survivor match, whatever, the gauntlet match, as they're all different matches in one match. So technically, you know, you'll see who I pick up, but my thought is that one person is going to go the whole gauntlet and then get pinned at the end, which will give me a lot of points, and then only one pinfall. JD's going to be in the match, so we're throwing him in there anyways. Rhea Ripley, hopefully she's there. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Karrion Kross has a match against Big Bob, but I will be switching that out once we go to my pickup. And then my tag team is Newcastle Republic. Hopefully they have a match. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I will be dropping Imperium for Alpha Academy, aka Otis and Chad Gable. Thank you. And I will be putting Chad specifically where Karrion Kross is. Thank you. Thank you. And that's how you get around the waiver wire, guys. That's how you cheat.
I mean, you lost this week, so you can have it, I guess.
Who?
You did. You lost.
Oh, I know. I need it. Thank you.
You're a loser.
I know.
We have to get the clown
But now,
mask. We got
now I won't. Now I won't lose with Chad Gable because he's gonna run the gauntlet match and then lose to Sami Zayn at the end.
Everyone go to a dollar store this week and buy a clown mask. Wait, so you dropped Karrion Kross? Like fully?
No.
Oh, you
Karrion
dropped
Kross is still
Imperium.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's for
then it'll be
Karrion.
Karrion
Yeah.
Kross on my bench, and
You dropped like Imperium fully, I see. Okay.
yeah, you can put. You don't even have to put Otis there. I'm not using him, but you know, he technically I have them, so I'll just put Chad Gable in the mid card, please and thank you. And then his moves are the.
I think
I don't even know, bro.
he does. His finisher is the German suplex roll up thing,
Yeah.
and
I was
then
gonna say he does a lot of Germans.
and then his
And then he has
suplex.
the angle lock.
too.
Angle lock, yeah.
Saw the name
And
of it, remember.
thank you, of course. But you know, anyways.
Okay. Boring clothesline. And that's it.
Yeah, hopefully that's how it goes. We'll see. Hopefully that match will bring me fresh life, as the Poom Poom does, of course.
What the frig was that? Oh my god.
Brampton.
That's gotta be Eric's house, right?
Hamilton,
Acidic?
yeah? You mean Hamilton?
Yeah.
I think he said Hamilton, I think.
That's California. This one. in
Oh,
California.
Cucamonga, California.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brampton, yeah.
Okay.
Californication, bro.
Thank you. I was gonna make the
Parts
chart, but
unknown?
I think I'll make it next week.
Yeah, fuck it, bro,
Alright.
we're good.
So that is that for that. Yeah, let's make this a little little big,
Planet?
little big here, and then boop, boop, we're back. It's like we never left. We never left. Aha! That's it for the fantasy draft.
Yep.
WWE 2K24 came out this week, so again, we're gonna try to be posting some of that. I know I can't do it on YouTube, that's why I didn't get the early access for the story mode and stuff, because they just copyright a lot of stuff on YouTube. So you only see our podcast on there. If you guys want to go see us running our stuff, either Road to WrestleMania, GM mode, anything else like that, we can air.
Yeah, I've been playing it nonstop.
What are your
Anyway,
thoughts?
sorry, we're gonna watch it on Twitch, but yeah, Derek, what are your thoughts?
There are some things about it that kind of irk me, but otherwise, I've been having a lot of fun with the game so far. Like they've changed like a few animations in regards to moves, so like Irish whip animations look a little bit more cleaner. Certain like moves and attacks and stuff just like look a little bit more cleaner as well. One of the things that kind of bothers me in the game, when you go for a pinfall, the referee takes like forever to actually go for the like.
I
set up
swear
the
that
pin,
was
which
last year too, or am I tripping?
Nah, last year it was a lot more smoother. Like this year, it's like they wait a minute, like they wait a while. Like it's kind of dumb. So like is that the blood feature in the game is kind of weird. To
like
sort of
spilly.
figure out still. So like it does and it doesn't. So like it does, but like it seems to happen randomly with me because there have been a lot of matches where I've had like people bleed and like nothing happens, and then I've had other matches where like they bleed and like after like maybe like 15 minutes like it'll start to like spill on the mat and like go over their body or whatever kind of thing. So I don't know if it's like a time thing or
Like it's
whatever the
gushing.
case may be. Yeah, but I'm still
attack.
trying to sort of figure that out and stuff like that. But the My Rise mode is pretty fun. There's like a bit of a spoiler, but there's a side story that you do with R-Truth, and my god, it's so good.
I'm looking forward
It
to it.
It's so good. It's so good. Like the resurgence that R-Truth has had in his career over the last like year or two has just been ridiculous. But like it's like they go nuclear with it in this game. It's funny.
From what Derek's told me, the Cody Crybabies will be happy with this game. That's all I know.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot. They're just he's the cover star. You know they're on his ding-a-ling. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
Simpsons would say. But from what I played, it was really good. I'm actually kind of interested in getting it now, but I don't want to because we can all play on Johnny's. I mean, we can all go to Johnny's house and play his copy. But
Yeah, if you ever want to
GM
play
mode-
together, for sure, like what you was saying, My Rise and all that stuff, I'm gonna have to run it. I don't know if I'm gonna run it all on the stream. For sure, I'm gonna run the story mode on stream. But even just chilling, I used to abuse wrestling games. Wrestling,
Yeah, yeah.
NHL, and Mario Kart were like the games I used to run the most. I look forward to that, and Derek's excited me.
It's either that or we're gonna run through the old games.
I got
'cause
the
I haven't done that ever.
And even with like My Rise, there's like points where like there are two like major like decision points. Like they did that in the last game too. But like they've encouraged like, yeah, you're probably gonna want to like run through this story mode a couple of times to see all the outcomes kind of thing, right? So
That's
it's
cool.
like so yeah. But yeah, it's pretty fun so far. I will be back on it as soon as we're done this podcast. One way or another.
I think we all will be.
I will be
Hopefully.
going to bed soon because I have work tomorrow morning. So,
I'm slightly dying from sickness, but
oh my gosh.
That's fine. You can go to sleep, bro. I'll do single player.
Yeah,
mode.
but
That's
you
it.
gotta wake up with placata. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Ding ding league. You know.
no, Johnny. If Johnny's streaming it, I could do it on my iPad. So I'll be cozied up in bed, whooping some ass. All right. But yeah, GM mode, very very good. Lot of changes, very good. Every match, Eric, in there finally, bro.
Oh
And each of the
really?
matches have stipulations to it. So we were looking. If you do the casket match, whoever loses, they're off your brand, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's pretty cool.
So
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
want to
lie.
get somebody off the cards, you just put them in a casket match and fix it.
That's
But there's,
pretty
it's
funny.
crazy. Tag team matches, women matches. There's tag team call outs. fatal four ways.
Mm.
You know, the good stuff from
They
back in the
they
day,
finally
so-
fixed it, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, and they've like enhanced all the extra info we needed. They're showing it up now. It's very, very polished. Very
Yeah.
excited to play it. And it's
Yeah,
4-player.
Johnny was getting geeked when we were playing the
Four
game.
player. Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a good game. Look out for footage on the Twitch and the YouTubes, of course.
Oh, of course.
But,
of course.
I think that's it for us,
yeah.
right?
I was gonna make again this week the overall things. Now that they're all coming out with the gameplay, I can finally like screenshot the things and do it. But yeah, I guess that's it for everything here. I guess for the podcast, we appreciate another week from you loyal fans here on Twitch watching us, and then of course the replays wherever you're watching. I know YouTube has been on the up. Appreciate all the love and support. We will catch you guys again next week, same time, for the road to
Same place.
WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
I guess we're gonna raid out here on Twitch. Let me find. I think I was gonna go Kelly. I just need to remember how to spell her full name. All right. So again, appreciate everyone. This has been your boy Eric from UFC.
Smash see.
Derek for the EMFC.
And before we go, are we gonna do streaming tomorrow for the retro stuff, or?
If I'm not dead, sure, maybe.
All right, because I'm down tomorrow. I'm off.
All right.
Well, sorry, I'm working in the morning, but like I'm off in the afternoon night.
We'll figure something out. Maybe
Yeah.
it's 2K, maybe it's old stuff.
All right, sounds good. All right, for everyone else, this is it. Bye.